Welcome back to all our ornamental fish with viewers. Thanks for joining us for this another insightful video on breeding, rearing and caring for your ornamental fish. In today's video, we'll be discussing tips for keeping your ornamental fish healthy. Whether you're a seasoned fish keeper or a beginner, these tips will help ensure that your fish thrive in their aquatic environment. Want to know more? Stay tuned. Welcome back to all our ornamental fish with viewers. If you're new to our channel, please remember to click the subscribe button for instant notification and more, and the notification bell for instant notification. Now today's topic, we'll be dealing with tips for keeping your ornamental fish healthy. Now the first tip for keeping your ornamental fish healthy is to choose the right tank size. It's essential to provide your fish with enough space to swim and live comfortably. The general rule of thumb is to have at least 1 gallon of water per inch of fish. For example, if you have a 5-inch fish, you will need a tank that can hold at least 5 gallons of water. So if you're going to have more than one fish that is 5 inches in size, that means you'd have to multiply that amount by the amount of gallons. So therefore, it is important and necessary that you ensure that whenever you're purchasing your aquarium, you purchase the correct aquarium size. Tip number 2, always try your best to keep your water clean. Dirty water can lead to various health problems for your fish, including fin rot, swim bladder disease, and bacterial infections. To keep the water clean, you'll need to perform regular water changes. A good rule of thumb is to change 10 to 20% of the water each week, depending on the size of the tank and the number of fish. So therefore, your water changes would depend on the amount of fish you have in the aquarium, or often you feed, and also the type of filtration that you have in your tank. That would determine if you would be changing a 10 or a 20% or even much more, like a 50%. But if you realize that there is any form of disease that enters your aquarium and that is evident in your aquarium, that is evident on your fish, you need to do 100% water change. Tip number 3 is to ensure that you monitor your water temperature. Now, it is crucial for the health of your fish. Generally, most tropical fish prefer water temperatures between 76 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, you can use a thermometer to monitor the water temperature and adjust the heater accordingly. Now, if you live in a tropical zone where you have sunny weather regularly, then you would need to ensure that your tank, if it is exposed to full sunlight, to ensure that the water temperature is not above the 76 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit, because that can cause issues as well to your ornamental fish health. Tip number 4, good filtration. You must provide your aquarium with a good filtration. Now, this filtration is vital for maintaining good water quality. It helps to remove debris, uneaten food, and fish waste from the water. There are different types of filters available, including on the back filters, canister filters, and sponge filters. It's essential to choose a filter that's suitable for your tank size and fish species. Tip number 5. Always remember to feed your fish a balanced diet. Now, a balanced diet is essential for the health of your fish. Different fish species have different dietary requirements. So it's important to research the ideal food for your specific fish. Generally, most fish will do well on a diet of high quality commercial fish food. Now you can also use and you can supplement this with live food or frozen food. Now tip number 6, avoid overfeeding. Now if you are a beginner and you want to maintain and to keep your fish healthy, always remember that overfeeding is a common mistake that many and most fish keepers make. Feeding your fish too much food can lead to a lot of health problems, including constipation, swim bladder disease, and even death. A good rule of thumb is always to feed your fish small amounts of food 2 or 3 times a day. So if you realize that you're feeding your fish 20 pellets in one feeding and they're eating it off slowly, it would be good for you to break up those 20 pellets into 3 separate feedings for the day. You are only to feed your fish what they can eat within 2 to 3 minutes. So therefore, don't just throw the food in the aquarium and leave. Put in the food in the aquarium and then watch how your fish eat. If there is uneaten food within 2 to 3 minutes, just use your net to remove the extra feed. Tip number 7, you are to ensure that you quarantine new fish. So therefore, if you should purchase a new fish or you should purchase some fish at the pet store and you should take home that fish, don't just put that fish in your aquarium. It can prove and it can be very deadly. Now, new fish can carry diseases or parasites that can spread to your existing fish population. It's important to quarantine new fish for a few weeks before introducing them to the main tank. This will give you time to observe them for any signs of illness and treat them if necessary. Tip number 8, keep an eye on water parameters. Now, monitoring your water parameters is essential for keeping your fish healthy. You'll need to test the water regular for ammonia, nitrite, nitrate, and pH levels. Now, high levels of ammonia and nitrite can be deadly for your fish, while high levels of nitrate can lead to health problems. So therefore, it's essential to keep the water parameters within the acceptable range for your fish species. Different species handle different water parameters, different pH levels, but always remember, it doesn't matter your fish species, ammonia is a killer. Tip number 9, maintain good water circulation. Now, good water circulation is important for keeping the water oxygenated and free of debris. It helps to distribute the heat and nutrients throughout the tank. You can use a power head or air pump to create good water circulation. So therefore, you can use your air pump along with some aerator stones to keep your water aerated. You can also use your hang-on filter, also provides that good level of circulation and aeration of your water as it pumps out the water and it puts it back into the aquarium. So as the water falls back in the aquarium, it also provides good circulation. Tip number 10, always be observant. And I always remind my new fish keepers or my customers to ensure that they remain observant and they observe what is taking place with their fish. Now observe the scales, the eyes and body of your fish. Missing scales is a sign that your fish has been bullied, or sharp-edged decor that you have to remove. Cloudy eyes or open sores is evident that your fish is affected by a disease. Observe also how your fish is eating. Whenever you feed your fish, your fish ought to consume their feed in 3 or less minutes. Practicing these tips is a must. Practicing these tips will help you to ensure that your aquatic systems thrive, that your aquarium and your fishes remain healthy at all times. Thanks much for joining us for this another video. Please remember to subscribe to our channel and please let us know how helpful this video has been for you. Ornamental Fish Whiz.